The Dean would like to speak to Kellen, Milo, Beetroot, and Pitt. Please.
I didn't do it.
In light of recent events, we have decided that there was only one course of action, expulsion from the academy. And so we have decided, in discussion with the other masters, that if he has good performance for the remainder of the semester, we should reconsider this course of action.
But I'm not certain why we've been summoned explicitly.
We have decided to set your first assignment as a group of 4 together. You'll be heading to the town of Hadeswick. It is most noted for its museum, which contains one of the best collections in the country. The Light Network was originally created by the first luminaries. We use it to rapidly travel to places that need our aid on assignment. Okay, so you appear by the roadside in the middle of a mountain pass. There, at like the center of the trail of dust, is a stout dwarven man. He's got like a big giant pack on his back, and he is just giant red wings and a scaly face from behind him.
Oh my god.
As
Weep, weep!
Weep, weep.
the light starts to sort of glow around you, and then you see the dragon like coming down for like another run, and then its mouth fills
Of course
with
it is. Yeah.
flame, and then it shoots out a fireball, crash into the cliff face.
And the teleporter, like, is it okay?
We'll find out.
Oh my god.
I figured you'd do that, you absolute bastard.
It's
Yes. Sorry, hang on. Positions?
Well, I'm dead, so I don't have a position because rocks just fell.
You
on me.
jumped to safety. That was the choice.
But
The choice was jumping to safety or seeing if the ritual, like the teleportation, finished before we got crushed to
yeah,
death.
but that's okay. I'm about to cook
They still have to make a reflex save.
That's true.
To try and avoid the damage. Yeah.
either rocks or cooked.
Yes, you've trusted your
Out of the
fate.
fire into the boulders, out of the boulders into the fire. Who knows? I'll find out.
You've trusted your fate to your reflexes. I've trusted my fate to Milo's magical ability. So one of us is doomed.
So, speaking of which, you find yourselves speaking to you two directly.
So yeah, we like float up and there's like
So-
a flash of...
You are performing a ritual. You are saying the incantation,
which is weep, weep.
which is weepity. You are going to have to say it very quickly because this is under pressure. So normally you would not have to make a ritual check in order to complete this ritual because you would have plenty of time to conduct it with your other passengers.
Yeah.
However, you're under a lot of pressure right now, and I'm going to need you to make a Arcana check
All right.
on the ritual.
Sounds good. Rituals have been going fine so far.
Don't fuck this up for me, okay? Look, don't fuck this up for me.
Well,
one
T,
would be
it's
like
I'm kidding.
it's funny you should say that because you're also a secondary caster in this ritual.
Oh, I have to roll!
Don't
So-
fuck this up for me.
So I need to roll a craft.
No, we'll make this both Arcana checks.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference for my stats, but...
Yeah, yeah. Arcana check. Before you roll, Luke, let's see what the outcome of that is.
So that's an 8.
Yeah, so that's a crit fail. When you critically fail, you reduce the degree of success on the primary check by 1 step, as well as reducing a -4 penalty.
So
So
it has to critically
if
succeed.
you don't critically succeed, we die.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome. This is where we're at now.
And the two of you are chanting in, like powerful enchanting magic.
I really hope this dwarf was worth it.
And you hear
Weep, weep.
you hear a voice amongst like follow the enchantment with you. Well, he's participating. He's got to go with you.
I mean, that's
Was he
fair.
rolling an Arcana check?
Well, I have no idea. We know nothing about
Might
this
as well.
person. It was a he, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we know nothing about this man. And
he didn't critically fail, but something was.
clearly knows something about rituals, though.
Yeah. So you have a -4, and your degree of success is lowered. So you got to roll pretty damn high.
All right. Yep.
I'm just gonna dip on out, everyone.
That's a 3.
Yay!
With however many negatives and we
thus,
critically failed.
and
Okay,
thus we close this chapter of our adventure,
knowing you.
and so
Nice knowing
Kellen's
me.
chapter as well comes to an end.
I don't know if I want to use that.
My new character is a lizard. Not a lizard folk, just a lizard.
So you
I'm just
critically
going to stun
failed,
myself
so
on a rock.
even using a hero point would make it a failure.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's alright, we rolled those dice.
Yeah.
paid the price.
Can I get
wasn't very
you
nice.
and Pitt to make a reflex save first to try and dodge the damage from the falling rocks?
Maybe we should have dived out of the way.
Maybe we should have dived out of the way.
Okay, so you're fine. You managed to leap out of the way because you got a critical success. Pitt failed on his check. I will let you.
I mean, I'm trying to grab him as I'm going.
Yeah, so I'll give you an option here. You can lower your crit success to just a success and give both of you successes, which means you'll take some damage, but it means
Yep.
he won't take the full brunt.
Absolutely.
I feel like you were
I'm-
diving on him regardless,
I'm
right?
diving like to cover him with my body
Yeah.
because rocks fall, everyone dies.
Cool, great. So,
And also shield Carafael.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
great. So the two of you dive out of the way as these boulders come crushing down. You see this white light of the two of them, of the three of them, sorry, in front of you start to fill your vision
Yeah, I
as you
feel
just
like
dive into the
Kellen just
side.
like makes eye contact with you just at the last
We're
second.
at slow.
Yeah, just slow motion, just like just has
And then,
no
so
idea.
the two of you land on the ground and get behind a boulder as a rock slide sort of like slams over the top of you. You're making eye contact with Kellen, and a boulder just into the side of him. And the three of you get hit with the full brunt of the force of the rock slide as you did not complete the ritual in time.
Yeah.
And the three of you get thrown to the ground as boulders come clambering over you. So each of you are going to take 30 points of damage as rocks slam into you and you just feel yourselves thrown off your feet.
So I'm unconscious, obviously.
Yeah, I am too.
Completely and totally.
Beetroot, you're going to take 10 points of damage. It was still just a success because you downgraded, but you're going to take... No, sorry, 15, half. So it's 15 points of damage. Yeah.
I think, Kellen just has just enough time to register the fear in Beetroot's eyes and then just out cold.
Yeah. There is a moment of just like...
It's been nice.
There is just a moment of just like tumultuous chaos as all of you are sort of like thrown and scattered, and then the rocks stop rolling, and a few pebbles just around, and the ground is silent as.
Well, the next thing is there's a big dragon up there that just flew past.
Yep. So you see it circling above, and it starts to come around again. You see it almost looking like it's about to line up with the cabin again for another run.
Pass.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're also conscious, right?
no, I'm out.
Yeah.
We're
They're
both out cold.
They're both out.
Yeah, so we
The
like it's...
dwarf out.
Yeah. He's battered, but he's...
But like, okay,
So
are we
you've had a
buried
rock
underneath
slide.
rocks, or are we like battered and
No.
bruised
Sorry.
and lying
Yeah,
askew?
sorry. You've been thrown to the side as the rocks have fallen, but you're not like
We look
entombed.
bruised and bloodied, and we're
You're
just
not dead,
well,
but you're unconscious, and I don't know if you're dead or not.
we're just we are both lying still further down the pass,
Yeah.
amongst some boulders, looking very hurt.
I already drew my sword before, and I see that the dragon's coming back. So I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna give Carafael quickly to Pitt, and I'm just gonna go stand in the middle of the path with my sword and look at the dragon.
You stand out in the middle of the road, and you see it come into position, and it starts its run down the mountain pass, standing by yourself.
Is it preparing to breathe another fireball?
It doesn't look like it's preparing another fireball, but it's heading in a direction.
I'm just gonna stand my ground.
What's Beetroot feeling right now? What's going through your head?
Not a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot. Just this is what I need to do, so this is what I got to do.
So like I have acceptance, determination, like just panic?
I mean, terror, but also I have to do what I can to save my friends. There's not many other options. I don't know how else to deal with this.
Yep.
Real hero shit.
The dragon pulls in closer and closer, 80 feet, 60 feet, and then it's just about on you, and then you hear and a bolt flies from the rocks and cracks in its face like a sparkle of like fireworks. And you see the dragon and it flies up again, disorientated. And then you hear someone call out, "Are you mad? Get down!" And you see the dwarf is like loading another bolt in this big fat crossbow that he's pulled from his back.
It's like an arbalest size, like.
Yep. And he nods to your friends, "Get them up!" And he like takes aim at the dragon. He says, "We don't have time. Get them up."
I'm gonna run over to you, and I'm gonna put my hands on your chest real quick. If you're listening, can you help now, please?
Magic, I'm in a hurry. Just fucking do this.
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands. Cool. I think it's 6 health. Is that?
Restore 6 HP.
Yep.
+2 status bonus to AC for 1 round.
Nice. Cool.
That's
Kellen.
cool.
Yeah.
So does that I return to consciousness?
Yeah. Yeah. You feel this warm light radiating through you. And what does Kellen see when he wakes up?
Is my terrified face. And I'm going to pull you to your feet, and then I'm going to grab unconscious Milo, because I've only got that one once a day. So grab you.
I wake up, I'm like, you revive me to consciousness, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh, different dream.
And then I'm...
Ow!
You do have potions, I think.
Yeah.
Someone has potions.
Milo is a lot lighter for me to carry if we're kind of try and run rather than get a potion out of...
Okay, sure. You're just going to leg it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I'm looking to the dwarf, though. What do we do?
Run! And he like folds up his crossbow, chucks it into his giant pack, and then just like starts hurtling down the mountain pass again.
So I've got...
I'm limping as fast as I can.
I've got you on my back, and I'm grabbing Pit.
Okay.
Come on!
Cool. So I think the best way to resolve this is let's do a little bit of a chase sequence. So first of all, there's just
Do we
like
have that music?
there's rock rubble everywhere from the cliffs, the rock slide. So your first obstacle is you're going to have to try and climb over that or find a way around.
I think Kellen's scrambling.
I'm scrambling as well.
Cool. All right. That'll be an athletics check.
Am I fine, like in terms of injured? I don't have a negative or anything?
So you're wounded 1.
Yeah.
Does that slow you down?
What is the effect of that? Sorry.
Nothing.
Okay.
It just means that if you die
It's just my
again,
dying.
you're
Yeah.
going to go down to
Yeah,
dying
cool,
too.
cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Technically, you should be dying too because of the crit, but
You may be dying too. Like, let's play with the stakes.
yeah, sure.
Deliberately took the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Made a choice that was to not dodge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna scramble over it. So.
Yeah,
athletics.
cool. So you see Pitt successfully scrambles over, and the dwarf as well gets over the top of it. So you need to score score a success for you to be able to pass over.
Athletics?
Essentially. Yeah, athletics. Yeah. Crit success means you can help someone else.
26.
14.
26. Okay. Cool. So you're fine, and you're just carrying Milo as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I'll give you let's just say you have like a -2 penalty on all like athletics and acrobatics check, it's because you're sort of burdened.
Milo is small.
14 is good enough?
Yeah, 14 is good enough for this. So yeah, you scramble over the rocks, and then like instantly you hear as the dragon loses sight of you from down the pass. But you manage to scramble out of the mountain pass, and instantly you're sort of like facing like a hillside, and you can see there's like a copse of trees like over the distance, which might give you some cover.
It's currently it's like scraggly bits of tufts of kind of like mountainy grass, but it's an open sort of like gravel path that leads down to the woods lower down in the hills.
Can I dragon wood fire bad? I would like to perception to see if there's some kind of cave overhang
hiding spot that is stone-based.
Stone-based
Yeah.
hiding spot,
Cool.
yes.
So the dwarf's ahead of us, right?
Yeah, he's just like...
I'm just like, you're a dwarf. Surely there's a. Don't you have like stone sense or something? Like, where's the? Find a cave for us.
Yeah, and he calls out, "There's a tunnel! Other side of the chasm!"
Okay.
And yeah, he seems to know where he's going. Like,
Okay, yeah.
he
So
seem-
we'll just follow this guy for
Alright,
now.
yep, following the dwarf, who has pissed off a dragon.
Yeah.
And he is absolutely legging it. And so yeah, you start to like run down the slopes of this hill, and eventually you are out just in the open, completely like no cover whatsoever. Like this is like the sprint essentially from your two bits of cover, and you can hear the dragon fly over, and it's like coming up behind you, and you can almost like feel the wind on your backs as it's. But then it flies over you slightly, and it shoots a fireball down at where the dwarf just was, and you see him like dive forward and start rolling down the hill, gets back up on his feet and keeps running.
That's fair.
But immediately like a wall of fire appears in front of you. So
Because it's like lingering dragon fire.
yeah, so you can do a reflex to try and jump over it or around to the side, or you can grit your teeth with a fortitude save and try and push through the flames.
I'm gonna jump because I don't think I've got the fortitude left to run through fire.
At any point as well, I'm just giving you suggestions for what checks you might want to make, but at any point you could be like, I'm going to do this instead. And that's totally cool.
No, I don't have anything for wall of fire except avoid.
Yeah, I think that would be my go-to as well. I'm not going to run
I feel like you don't want to risk
dragon fire.
dragging Milo through the fire.
Milo, and then I'm like Pit. I've grabbed Pit's hand because now Pit has Caravel, so
Yeah. And he's a halfling, so he's like...
Yeah, I actually don't know that Kellen's going to try and like necessarily jump through it.
I think we're just skidding to it.
I think we're probably going to try and safely go around, even though it's going to be longer.
Sure. Okay.
Just because I don't think any of us are really keen on that.
Yeah, so do
Yeah.
we need to like reflex save to stop?
I don't think so. So I think, what this might do is this might just mean that the dragon will technically catch up to you. Essentially.
I figured the choice would be gain ground versus risk getting damaged, and I think we're choosing gain ground.
Yeah, cool. So you make it to the cover of the trees, and immediately like there's like thickets and vines and everything in the way. So you can use your knowledge of nature to try and navigate like where the plants are hanging, or you can just do a acrobatics to try and avoid the dangling vines.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I think I don't think I've really time to search for a trail.
No. So we've lost sight of the dwarf.
He's skipping ahead of you. He's now like one space ahead of you.
We could
technically.
you see him through the trees kind of thing. I imagine.
Yeah.
26.
17.
Okay, so
I'm
that's
doing real well on the like physical things, just not on the seeing things.
So that's a crit, and
17.
17 is just a pass. Great. So yeah, the two of you manage. So if you forget, the way chases work is you're trying to get points equal to a certain number.
We're trying to
past
reach
each
ahead
obstacle.
to do that,
So usually it's a number of points equal to how many people are running. So in this case, I'll count it as 3. Milo's technically there, but whatever. So
Pit
as long as you
is the
each get a
third.
success, you'll move on to the next stage.
Did Pit succeed?
Yeah. Pit has a
I'm
chance.
dragging Pit.
Oh, you got a crit. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you managed to even gain some ground a little bit because he succeeded.
Nice.
So you burst through the trees as you hear like the dragon like trying to burst through the canopies above as it starts to scramble through, and then eventually you come out into the clearing and there is a river along the edge of the forest with rapid water, and you can see the dwarf is like skipping along some rocks that move across the path. So you can either do acrobatics to try and make it across the stones, or you can swim your way across.
I'm gonna try acrobatics again. That's only an 18.
That's it.
Okay, that's fine.
You're making it. Thanks for carrying Milo.
Yeah, Milo's just
yeah.
That's what I do. I try and support my friends. However they need.
I think I'm going to try.
I would try and do the
same.
same if I wasn't unconscious.
Thanks, Jim.
But
I'm sure they'll try and support me emotionally
First
later.
of all,
Yes.
that's 6. 6 plus 8, 14.
14. unfortunately is not going to do it. So, Kellen, you slip at the last second and
Smash into the water.
You
Just
you dunk
like
into the water.
on the shallows at the edge of the bank, but
Yep. But because you were slightly ahead because of your crit success last time, I'll say that you can like stop and see that Kellen has slipped and give him a hand up and you'll be equalized again. So Beatrix comes back.
there's just a hand on like shirt that just yanks me back up, and sandy all on the front, but still running.
Cool, so you make it across, and then on the other side you see the dwarf like pointing in the distance, and you see there is like a cliff face not far from where you are.
I am going to try and when Kellen stands back up from the like falling in the thing, he's going to like hop forward and pull his crossbow out of his boot and like keep running and just start loading it. And I'm going to just run for the chasm, but like make a desperate shot at the dragon at the last second to try and just like do something that will like more than annoy it, perhaps. Get it out of the way.
Okay, make your attack check.
So I'm going to use my unexpected sharpshooter dedication.
New ability!
I have a new ability, which is what's for day. I'm using accidental shot, which is basically effectively you make a desperate attack or an accidental like trip and at the last second when you're trying to fire a weapon and you just make a really lucky shot, and it means that I effectively get to roll twice and take the better result.
Correct.
Not effectively, that is what it means.
Yep.
So hand crossbow, red dragon, probably not gonna do much, but I get to roll twice, so we'll see what happens. The attack also ignores circumstance penalties and any flat check.
Yep. Got it.
So hand crossbow is +8. So the first one is a 16, so that's a 24.
That hits.
Okay. Let's see if we crit. And then the other one's worse. So
Yeah, cool. So, I think like you kind of like, you tell me what happens.
Yeah, I think I'm just like running, and I'm just like to Peter, I'm just like go, and I just like whip around and just like fire it wildly and just keep like, because I'm in a full panic.
So I think you just like turn behind and shoot.
I don't bother time to line up.
The bolt flies and hits a rock and just shoots straight up into the air.
Fully like this. And it's
So you just like aim behind you, it goes and it hits the rock and just goes doink and flies straight up, and then it just like hits the underside of the dragon as it's flying above you, and you hear it go and it pivots out of the way and starts to turn in a reflex.
And that was to give us enough time just to get to the.
All of you advance, and then you are now sort of like right before the you see like a crack in the cave wall, and the dwarf's like standing out the front of it, and he goes like, "In here!" The dragon comes around again for like one last volley, and you see like its mouth fills up with flame as a fireball comes and careens into the cliffside, and the entire like roof above you shakes as you dive into this space.
We'll like
and
pull away from the
cavern entrance very conveniently collapses.
Love that.
But more so than that, it falls around you in a sort of traumatic recreation of what you've just experienced.
Kellen, for the second time in as many days, curls up on the floor in trauma.
And you hear a frustrated roar from outside.
Okay, immediately, I'm putting you down, and
Is Milo okay?
Where's my? And then pack and the potion, and what potion do I have? I'm just grabbing as soon as I can.
Yeah,
I'm sure I have something. Something.
I did not specifically have any healing potions written down, but.
So you picked up a couple of healing potions from Conrad's lair.
Yeah, we had those, but I think Milo
Did you
had
use them? Oh, Milo had them.
Milo had them, yeah. I've got one,
I don't think I have specifically healing potion.
Look, let's just pull it off. We had two, right? We pull one of them off Milo's gear and just jam it down his throat.
I think you can take one of them.
Alright.
I don't think he's going to object.
Yeah.
That's from Killing Conrad episode.
Yeah, it does say
title.
It does say Killing Conrad.
Yeah, 1d6 hit points, and you get a +1 bonus against diseases and poisons for 10 minutes.
Yay, who's giving it to me?
That's good because I have lots of cuts.
Yeah, I think I'm shoving that down your face. You get 3.
Yay.
The dwarf is not in sight, and You,
Where
he-
was he?
you-
We almost died to save that bastard.
You hear a. You guys all right?
Define all right.
Well, responding.
Alive.
Ow!
That's not bad.
Alive.
Very hurt.
Sorry. He's
Caravel, are you okay? And immediately ducking back into shit. It's okay. I'm sorry. That was very scary. But you're okay.
Are you outside?
Where are you?
I'm in here, in the cave.
Well,
I mean, do we have
is there
any
another
light?
bit of rock that's collapsed that's separating us?
You see that there's like a separation of the ceiling that's collapsed a little bit where you are, which is like kind of dividing. You can see like through some of the rocky gaps.
How much light is there? Because
It's dark in here. Yeah.
We've got-
the entrance
Dark
is
vision.
fully sealed. There's not even any light filtering through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
yeah.
dark
I
vision
mean, like
light.
a tiny bit of light coming through, but like there's no illumination.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see, and so yeah, Beatrice, you can see in your surroundings. There's like a pile of rubble, and you can hear the sound of the dwarf's voice on the other side, calling out to you.
I thought I was dead.
I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to go to the pile of rubble that's separating
Okay,
us
we're
and
not
try
dead.
and look through.
Me too.
What? Where are we? What's going on? Who are you?
Don't panic. We made it. We made it. We made it. We're in the clear now. It's all good. Drake won't come looking for us in here. But it's all right. This tunnel I've gone through so many times leads straight to the other side of the chasm. I'll meet up with you guys there.
What's your name? Who are you?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but what the hell?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just bad place, bad time, guys. My bad. Really, really sorry.
We almost died trying to save your life, and the best you can offer is, well, them's the breaks.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I really thought that was going to work.
It was. We almost made it.
Yeah, my bad. Anyway, we're here. We're safe. It's all good.
Okay, what's your name, and how long is it going to take for us to get through this?
My name is Kellard Sparden. Yep. Kellard Sparden. No, I'm pretending like I'm famous. No one knows. I'm just a merc.
You're like, one of these days that'll work.
Yeah.
What? Why was
what?
that dragon trying to kill you?
I'm trying to kill anyone. I must have been passing through its territory. I didn't realize it was there, and I must have upset it. Very sorry to bring it your way, but honestly, didn't mean to get you involved. You just happened to be in the way as I was coming through. Sorry about that.
Can I?
Do you want to do a sense motive?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do a perception.
Yeah.
Did the teleportation work?
But look, real glad that all of you are nice and healthy.
We are somewhere else now.
Yay!
Good news.
Milo's been teleported.
Good news. We're both alive.
Yeah.
Which is
Cocked.
nice.
It would have been a 20.
Roll on the page.
No, that will also. That's a.
One day I'll make those
3.
dice mats.
It's a 3. Yeah, you gain no information.
Yeah. I believe him.
Good news, we're alive.
what- it
Bad
was
news, we're trapped in a cave.
Yeah, can you all walk okay? Spartan, yeah.
Do you have any healing potions or something? We're very badly hurt over here.
Oh,
Do you have anything you can give us that might help?
Yeah, I probably got something. Hang on, let me look at my pack.
And you hear the sound of him just like his pack on the ground starts to like jangle around. He's like,
Anything at all that might help us,
Yeah.
please.
Look, you don't travel far without knowing to take a few healing potions with you. Here, I got one spare. I'll have to use the other one myself, I'm afraid.
and he kind of like squeezes
Do
one
you
through
drop
a
that,
gap.
Richard? Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
Is it a? Can I tell if it's like a lesser healing potion? Or?
It is a lesser healing potion, but that'll still heal 2d8 plus 5 hit points.
Hey, you're on the lower.
I think I'll need this.
That's yours.
2d8, 3,
Anyway.
and 4. So 7. 15.
No,
12.
12. Math is hard. We just got like collected
That's a lot.
but we possibly have concussion.
Yeah.
Mathematics.
Got a lot.
Wow, I'm so much better, guys. I am fully healed.
Look, I was just traveling. I have a delivery that I need to take to Hadeswick.
We're going to Hadeswick.
You're going to Hadeswick?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
There wasn't a lot of time.
That checks out.
So how do we? okay, we've got a tunnel. It's going to take a couple of hours to get through to the other side, which is going to get us to Hadeswick. Are there any things in the tunnel we need to be aware of?
Dangerous traps, monsters.
Yeah. Look, just don't touch any of the traps.
What kind of traps?
No, hang on. Let me finish. You'll understand what I mean when you see them.
Don't be vague.
No, don't be vague.
We've got time. We're not going anywhere. Explain this to us, please.
Last time I came through here, it's kind of funny actually. Someone had painted like a bunch of things around, very silly. Tried to trap me, but like they're not gonna catch me. So I just managed to walk through them all. Look, if you touch the treasure chest, that's on you. Okay. That's on you. And then I found my way out. So that's
and there's no giant spiders or anything in here.
No,
we're not going to get lost.
Look, swear to God, not that I've encountered. Honestly.
Okay. Will you wait for us at the entrance or the exit or the other side of the tunnel? Because we've never been to Hadeswick before.
Look, you did try and save my life, and I did put yours in jeopardy. So, least I can do probably is to wait for a little while and make sure you come out okay. But we'll meet up. I'm pretty sure these cave networks all connect together.
If we don't...
You're pretty sure.
Well, I haven't been here for a while.
If we don't, and for whatever reason, you don't see us for a while, in Hadeswick, the curator of the museum... Hadeswick. Damn it! You just...
I'm
it's
sorry.
An earworm.
I'm looking at it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I wrote it down too, and that was my mistake.
Yeah.
In Hadeswick, the museum curator, Mallard. Carpenter is
He's expecting us.
Yeah, cool. He's expecting me as well.
Okay, well, if you don't hear from us and we get separated and you can't find us, at least talk to them and they'll know and they can send help and a search party or something.
Let them know that we're from the Forge Light Academy.
You always hear like a inhale.
Wait, you guys are from the... Man, I didn't even check it with the cloaks. That's sick. Real luminaries. Well, why am I even worried? You guys
It's our first assignment.
We started...
We're provisionary.
We're just lambents.
Provisionary luminaries.
Okay. Well, look, I have faith, and you're going to be doing better than me, probably. So.
Well, that makes one of us.
Anyway, look, don't sweat it. You'll be fine. See you on the other side, kiddos.
Bye.
Okay, good luck.
I also have faith.
What was his name again?
Kellard.
Spartan.
So, you're in the dark of a cavern.
All right.
You hear a faint trickle of water coming from down. There's only sort of at this point only one direction to go, and that's just deeper into the darkness. And you hear a trickle of water coming from down there.
Pit, how can you see very well? I can see very clearly.
I'm going to light a torch.
We've
That's a good idea.
We've got our lanterns.
Oh, we got the lanterns, of course.
Well, we've got the lanterns, but okay.
They should cast enough.
And the two of you activate your lanterns, and it fills the room with like a sort of comforting, warm glow, stilling some of your fears, I guess. Which is specifically say that you have a bonus against fear effects while you have your lantern.
Nice.
Well,
for the giant whatever things.
It's not a gaping wound this time, but I was collected by several tons of stone in my side. So suffice to say, bad.
I feel great.
But I can walk, and that's all we've got to do.
Cool.
All right, let's go.
And as you turn the light on, the lantern on, immediately you are greeted with a skeleton hanging on the wall. And it's a human skeleton, and it looks like it's almost been posed with like spikes, and its hands are going like this, and you see "Beware" painted on the wall in what looks to be red paint.
Why did I get this morning?
Okay.
Well,
Time to beware.
I'm aware.
I would like to be
well
anywhere
aware.
else, actually.
Okay, well, we've only got that way to go, unless we all want to start trying to dig through there. Looks pretty...
Was your? I'm sorry. I must have. Unless there was a secret fourth category of luminary that includes a magical shovel that can dig through solid stone, I think we're out of luck. you mind if I sort of hang out in the middle of this crew? Someone up front, someone up back, someone very squishy in the middle.
I'll take point, and Pitt, do you want to be up the back or...
Yeah, okay.
Well,
What?
No.
You both have been the most injured, and
It's fine.
So
No, you're right. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, nothing's going to come from behind us, so...
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No.
I mean, just keep an eye out, though, because that skeleton's a bit weird and creepy.
He kind of like prods it with his club. What? It's
Just in case it was a trap. Sorry, I'm a little bit on edge.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry. It's fine.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Which is to say, that's me being like, I have complicated feelings about Pit watching our backs.
Okay. I don't. I trust people.
And you head down into the damp dark.
And I've got my sword unsheathed.
Yep, great. So I was just about to ask.
Sword and lantern.
So exploration activities, if you remember.
Is there one for huddle self?
Huddle self?
Hug self.
Oh, hug self. Yeah, sure.
Protect body.
Yeah, so there's a few different things you can be doing. You can be trying to avoid notice, or you could be raising a shield to defend, or you could be detecting magic, or you could be investigating, or you could be scouting, or you could be searching. A bunch of.
I think I'm just trying to watch for any traps or surprises. So I'm probably just scanning the walls as we're moving.
Okay.
Possibly looking for tripwires and stuff that are coming up in front of. Because I assume by being behind Beetroot, I can still sort of see a short distance ahead. So I'm trying to be some eyes as well as.
Okay, so I'd say you're probably scouting then.
Yeah.
I'm also probably scouting.
I'm going to just say thank you very much. Here's a little, and I'll cast guidance.
Yay.
Great. So you get a +1 bonus to your next skill check. Is that right? Yep. So you start to head down, and you feel like the ground gets like a little bit more slick as you pass through the cabin, and the walls get a little bit sort of damper and moldier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Before I forget, I have little gifts just in case. I think you would do well with this, and I hand you a pin in the shape of a monkey. You can have this, which is a sigil that you can clip to your armor. And I'm gonna hold on to this, and it's like a slippery ribbon.
Milo, I love that you're getting into expressing more of your artistic self, but I don't know that now is the time.
What's this for?
So the monkey pin is a one-use talisman that will help you climb better.
Oh, okay. It's a
the-
pin, so I'm going to try and pin it.
Yeah. The monkey pin.
No.
Nope. Yep. The hunter's bane. If you are ever hunted by something and it's invisible, it will become slightly more aware. You.
I can have a chance to perceive it.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a better chance to perceive it. And this is a slippery ribbon. I think it just casts grease on myself. But, I don't know.
I hate that. I hope I never have to see that.
It helps me.
And why did Milo choose that
can't-
one specifically?
Yeah.
So I can escape.
I can't wait to see Milo use that.
I hate to say something 3 times in a row because then it becomes a bit, but just a day in that head of yours.
In my looks or in mine?
So like, tell us about why you have these.
Oh, I have these because I took the Talisman Dabbler, what is it? Archetype feat? Secondary? No.
Dedication?
Dedication. That's the word for it. So he's in Talisman Dabbler, so he can make 3 for free within his level per day.
Yeah, awesome. So you just have little trinkets.
Yeah, I got little trinkets.
You also have your root magic feat, which lets you give someone a bonus on a reflex.
Oh,
save.
yeah,
Who are you
yeah.
giving that to today?
I'm going to give that to Helen.
I feel like I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
These are
Presents.
mildly helpful. Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
Happy
let's-
first adventure.
Let's keep going.
I cough up some stones.
Yeah. This hasn't really gone off to a cracking start, has it?
No, but we're getting lots of good adventuring experience.
Oh, Beetroot, did you give Pit his knife back?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Pitt. I forgot in all of here, and I.
Thanks.
I just feel like we're all gonna need our weapons.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's keep going.
Okay.
and you march onwards. And within a couple of minutes of walking down, Kellen, as you're sort of looking out the front, you spot a glowing rock, which seems to be arranged to be casting light on a hammer, which is dangling with the light glowing on it, and there is red paint that says "Ooh, shiny," pointing to it.
Now, I know we've all experienced a lot of blunt force head trauma, but do I need to remind anyone what Kellett said?
Yep.
I'm sure we could. I could mage hand it.
Milo, we can do that on the way back if you really, really want to. But right now,
Okay.
Beatrice, you're also
you're right.
scouting. You see a very crudely arranged, like, picnic blanket in front of the pedestal that the hammer is sort of, like,
Sagging a little
dangling
in the
on.
middle.
It's just like sagging a little bit under the weight of like dust. But it looks like essentially there's like a blanket over around
There's a perfect
something
circle where it
underneath.
starts to just gently divot in.
Yeah.
I think we should walk around that blanket.
Milo, I appreciate
We're not getting it.
your commitment to trinket collection, creation, and discovery, but kindly put your hands inside your pockets and do not take them out again until we are a safe distance away from this.
Okay, let's all make our way around that blanket then. And I'm leading the way around the
That's
blanket.
a good spot for a picnic. How convenient. Ah.
You can reach the hammer if you don't step on the blanket.
No.
I'm just throwing that out.
No.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I also have no trust in this situation
Yeah.
about the level of depth and complexity and psychology that goes into building traps like this. So I'm just like, no.
Okay.
Can I even just like try to perceive like what it's hanging from if that then attaches to anything else?
Yeah. So it seems to have been stuck to the ceiling with a translucent fiber. You don't know what it like, you haven't seen something like this before, but it looks like a sticky sort of like almost like, stretchy slime
what's at the base of that
been
fiber?
stuck. Nothing. Like, it's just been stuck to the ceiling.
By a sticky fiber looking weird
Yeah.
thing.
By a dangly sticky fiber. Yeah.
Maybe we should. Okay, I'm gonna look forward. Maybe Kellen, you can look up, and Milo, you can look to the sides, and Pitt, you can make sure that nothing's coming up behind us
Okay.
because this is
Yeah.
creepy and I don't like it.
I don't like
Yeah.
the look of that. I'm
The hammer like sheens a bit with power.
Nope.
No.
Next
No.
time?
No,
Next time?
No, I almost died 10 minutes ago, or however time it was.
So when,
As I said-
on a
I
day,
will not be tempted.
As
What about
I
on a
said,
day where we
if
haven't died?
On our way back, if everything goes well at the museum, if we really want to, we can come back
yeah.
and look for the hammer
Oh, yeah.
again.
Yeah,
but
I'll-
right now, I think it's a good idea that we just get to Hadeswick.
No, yeah, I have no interest in doing any of that.
Okay.
Cool. So you move on, and
And
Hey,
Pitt is
hey.
not tempted.
Hey,
Pitt is not tempted.
Pitt's not tempted.
Milo,
He's following your instructions.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
That was a hard thing you just did. Well, not that hard, but for you anyway. I'm proud of you.
But it looks so easy.
Exactly.
And then you continue down, and can I get at this point everyone to make a perception check for me, please?
Of course.
Whoa! I'm sorry, everyone.
13.
13?
22.
Yes.
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay. So Beetroot's like walking ahead, and then Milo, you notice ahead of Beetroot in this corridor.
I
there-
said that I was looking forward, but I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, you're looking around. That there are like dead rats that are kind of just dangling in the air.
Same sticky stuff.
no sticky stuff.
Judging by what you can see, there seems to be like a translucent bit of goo leading up to the ceiling. And as you sort of like follow it up, you see at the top.
What do we see, Gianni?
Like beetroot. Just watch out for those. The
Floating rats?
there's some kind of fishing wire or something.
And we all...
Can you make a? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm imagining a moment of we all slowly look up together.
And you, as you do, you see these large crab-like creatures that are clutched onto the ceiling of the cavern walls with a thread sort of dangling down from their mouths, and their pincers kind of just like holding onto the slime, and they're just kind of like dangling.
So you've merged my two least favorite things about Half-Life.
Anyone can roll a nature check if you want to try and determine what this is.
Look, I'm gonna try. 11.
13.
Less. Much less. 3. No, 2. I have 0 in nature.
You guys haven't seen these before.
They're
You don't know
giant
what they are.
crabs.
That's a strange looking
when
cat.
And there's two of them sort of dangling
When
there.
we say
with,
when you
with
say
rats.
like giant crab,
As in much bigger than a normal crab. They are technically medium, so they are the size of a person. This way.
But they're dangling rats.
Yeah, they seem to be like dangling it like this.
and how
Like other rats.
tall is the cave ceiling?
Maybe like 20 feet
So,
tall.
but they're sort of like up and out of the way in the sense that we've walked past them, and then the rats are kind of like dangling in front of us.
So they're like ahead of you. So like imagine you're looking down a corridor and you just see like some rope with some rats just kind of like hanging like that on them.
But what I mean is like
we could
it's not like looking like we could pass underneath them without.
Oh no, you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do that.
Yeah, but you've spotted them, I guess is the the key thing here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is anyone tempted by the rats? Because we should not touch the rats.
Let's just go real slowly and quietly.
let's all just
Nobody's hungry
crouch down,
for rat.
and we'll just go under the rats and the
As you
crabs.
move by, they go and like shake the rats a little bit.
I'm just I think we're all just like
slowly making our way.
I'm looking at Pitt just to make sure. No trust.
He's
yeah.
silly.
Oh, I didn't think Pitt was going to eat a rat. I just don't trust him.
What are those things? And as you kind of like move past, they like reposition a little bit. They like scuttle along the
So
ceiling.
they're like the rat
kinda
like
like
floats along next
They're
to
kind of
us.
like dangling it by you,
Come on.
and then they start to like swing it.
Yeah, Kellen's just like avoiding them and just whispering to himself, "No thanks, I'm not hungry. No thanks, I'm not hungry. No thanks, I'm
And then
not
they start
hungry."
to more aggressively swing these sticky rats at you, to the
Turns
point
out they're just merchants and they really want to sell us rats.
to the point where you're going to have to actually try and actively avoid them, because now they're sort of like swinging these things to try and like latch onto you. So can everyone make me a reflex save, please?
Is it really a snare if you walk over and put it on someone? Like, at what point does it stop?
Another natural 20.
Wow, you're rolling well today.
I also got a +1 from your guidance.
Where's my reflex? It's over here. 21.
Oh, cool. You're all groovy. Cool. Yeah. So you managed to like easily dance around like the side, and Pitt's fine as well. And you shuffle on as they're kind of like following you along it, but then eventually they just like give up. And walk back to where they were originally.
We will really go out of our way to avoid fighting things, won't we? I say after just literally walking into the path to stand and stare down a dragon.
You were very lucky to get that perception check. To notice.
Yeah, when we get far, I let out an exhale. It's just like, well, that was the most.
So Pitt just making sure that they're not following us. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Best as I can tell.
It's a very strange behavior. It seemed like they could just eat us if they wanted, but good on them for being internally consistent with their rule set. You know.
And eventually the passage winds out, and you find yourselves standing in kind of like a large atrium of a space. There seems to be a kind of lagoon of dark water ahead of you. And
Keeping away from the lagoon.
there's like a shoreline as you sort of come out of just loose pebbles, and so to the north, straight ahead of you, there is a sort of like a steep rocky face on the other side, and you can see that there seems to be a carved archway in the wall on the other side. There also seems to be a doorway, like a carved sort of crack, I guess, where the lagoon kind of like flows into, and the shoreline kind of like curves into it as well.
So there's like the water is flowing out of here, and there's a path that leads beside it down another tunnel, and then there's also a door up top.
Yep. And in the chamber itself, there's a few things of note. Specifically, there seems to be 5 I don't want to say man-made, but like, you know, intentionally placed kind of like boulders in the water that seem to kind of like form like a stepping stone queue over
Something
to
that looks
the
very
wall on the
deliberate.
side. And there also seems to be, as you look around, something weird with the ceiling. I'll just give you that. And then there's also to your left, like on the west side, as you walk in on the shoreline, there seems to be a strange looking treasure chest.
Yeah.
So the treasure chest, bad. Leaving that alone.
Yeah, we're all clear on that?
Yep.
Yeah, if we're not going for the hammer, it's clear now.
Nope, no treasure chests
Pitch,
today.
you're good?
I mean, it looks kind of weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks weird, and we don't like weird right now, do we?
So anyway, I've given you those things. You can inspect any of those things with a specific perception check to look at it more.
Weird ceiling.
Weird ceiling.
Who's doing that? I'll say one for each thing that you want to look at.
I dibs weird stepping stones.
Okay, so you'll do the ceiling?
13.
13. You get the sense that there's something moving up there.
How far away is that
The
ceiling?
ceiling's very high. It's like I'd say maybe like
Just see some like shapes.
I'm terrible with picturing distances, but like it's a very very tall chamber.
Cave, yeah.
Cave chamber. Not a stone's throw away, essentially. And you're looking at the
stepping stones. 521.
21. Groovy. So you they all look. You can see like they go down into the water underneath them, and they look like quite sturdy. The most curious thing is there seems to be something on the 4th stone. So there's 5 stones. You can see in the distance it looks like something's been like painted on the 4th stone or something. But from where you are on the shoreline, you can't quite see.
Something on that stone specifically.
It seems like a bad idea to go out onto the
So-
lagoon. I'm looking at the path leading up to the door up high and the door itself. If I can, whatever I can see at that distance. In fact, I can pull out my spyglass and just look up the cliff at the door.
So yeah, to the one directly across from you, across
Yeah.
the lagoon.
Yeah.
So
So
just confirming
yeah.
that the door that is on the rise,
Yeah.
that we have to cross the lagoon.
Yeah.
to
So
get-
Right, there's not a path leading around the
So
side.
yeah, using cardinal directions, you're on the south entrance. There's a north door, which is that one. So you have to cross north across the lagoon to get there. And there's also a east exit, which the lagoon seems to be.
Yeah, I'm going to use my spyglass to see what I can see of the door, and then I'm also just going to see if I can read what's on the stone, if you mention that.
Yeah, I'll mention it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So give me a perception check as you look through your telescope and get a +1. To the scoopoo.
That's 17.
17, cool. Yeah, you see like the door on the other side seems real. Like the archway seems to head into more darkness.
Signage or anything, or strange taunting writing.
I think like the only thing I'd maybe say is like, let's say there's some like glowy crystals or something to illuminate the space so you can actually see. And it seems to lead off. And then if you inspect the stones a bit closer,
I just want to read the writing of the one that was there.
Yeah, it says safe on it.
But only on the one.
In red paint, in that one.
Is it skippable?
Was the paint that was like shiny towards, was that the same paint as the Beware?
Okay. So I'm going to say, don't step on the one that says safe.
Yeah.
Kellen,
it's safe.
there's something
Pitch, shut up.
I can't
Sorry,
make it
that
out.
was mean. I'm very stressed.
I can't make out. There's something moving on the ceiling.
Okay, well, perhaps
Do you
we
have
should...
your spyglass?
I mean, it's quite dark up there, but I can look.
You wouldn't be able to discern it without having that up.
I mean,
Okay.
there's just shapes moving.
Okay, so everyone just be aware that there's things moving on the ceiling and I can't see what they are.
I would be hesitant to disturb either the chest or the water.
Yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But it feels like we should probably try and get across to the door over the way.
I agree.
So-
Because I don't want to end up
What?
lost.
You've got your compass.
Yeah, I did want to check that just now, just in case.
Yeah. You pull out your compass, and the arm on it
Because we didn't check in with it after the dragon showed up.
Yeah,
See what it did.
so the north pointer is pointing straight ahead of you, north, and the secondary arm, it's kind of swinging to the east. It's kind of swinging to the east, but then it kind of does like a little spiral, and then swings to the east, and then does a little spiral.
But the east would be
The strongest signal seems to be from the east,
which is the exit with the water.
That's the other exit.
I feel like that might be a bad thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, just
I
going by...
think it's all bad things.
Last time, the needle was, I believe, pointing to a giant dragon, so perhaps we avoid going that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Why do we play these games? Why do we do this?
These games as in tabletop role playing, or these games as in like being trapped in the mind of Gianni?
Yeah, all of the above.
Gianni's like, it says safe. What are you worried about? Like, I put it on the rock for you.
There's the shore that we're on. It's like gravelly, pebbly.
Yeah, it's like kind of like loose rubble.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and I'm gonna gently try and throw it onto the first rock. That's 40 foot away.
How far can you throw a rock?
You could throw 40 feet if you
I
tried.
can throw 40 feet, but like how big across
It'd
are
be
the
a hard
rocks?
target. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try the first rock.
Yeah. Cool.
Going to bounce into the water, though.
I'm just gently.
Yeah, you throw a rock, and it, I'll say you don't need to make a check for this one, it just like clacks onto the first rock, and then it just...
As it's doing that, I'm like backing everyone up.
Yep.
Just being like,
Yeah.
It goes as it lands in the water,
And watching water.
and you hear a above.
That didn't sound good.
okay.
So we better be quiet.
So we all need to somehow make sure we all jump across.
I don't
And
think
you're injured. We've had a very long day so far.
I don't think we can get across.
I don't think we can get across either because I don't know what's in the water, and also I don't know what's up there, and that's just a very bad time.
Do you think you could jump across?
I think I can jump across.
Do you think there's something useful in the chest?
No. I mean, maybe, but also, no.
You don't even look at the chest?
Look, I'd love to look at it.
We're looking at it right now.
We're looking at it right now.
It looks like a chest.
It looks like a chest.
Yeah, upon further inspection, it's actually just a painted chest on a rock, and there's just a lever, like a plate in front of it, and
push plate.
you
Okay,
look
but-
up, and there's just like an axe like tied to the wall.
Okay.
So something is able to write in common.
Here's
The crabs are able to do dangly things, but I don't know if the crabs can
I
write.
hate how deep I hate how deep I'm trying to go to analyze this, because on the one hand I'm like, all of these traps are very shitty, so the one that says safe is like, that would be a very obvious signpost, but what if that's just put there to psych you out so you can go? What if the reverse psychology is the shitty version of this trap, but also what if it's not? I don't know. I've been hit by a lot of things in the head. Did I mention that already?
What if-
I'm
I didn't
struggling
expect
to
this to
figure
be
one
so
out.
easy to bamboozle all of you.
What if you jump across?
You're not allowed to metagame this harder for us. You're having enough fun already.
What if you jump across, you hold a rope between yourself and Kellen, and then us smaller folk can get across through the rope, and then we can use the rope to pull Kellen across.
But that's pretty
It's
far
a long-
distance to make.
I mean, I've got a 50-foot rope.
Rope's
but
50
feet.
feet.
But there's nothing to
No, we just need to do it
either
across.
side.
We just need to do it across the safe one.
Oh, right.
Is what I think.
But is the safe one just going to collapse immediately, or are we going to be able to get across?
I mean, maybe one person can get, but we don't want to disturb the water.
Who's
is
the
thing.
lightest of us? Who's the most buoyant?
We don't want to.
do we want to maybe check out down that other way? And if it's bad,
Yeah, maybe we. Could,
I mean, we have to
if
go
it's
down.
bad, we can just
We
come
have to go
back.
down to the floor. Like, we have to descend down into the cavern anyways. We may as well have a peek.
We just have a look, and if it's filled with weird crabs or other things, we just come back and we.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
You said it'd be easy.
He did say
Yeah.
it would be. All right. let's go look at this.
Let's go look
path.
down here.
Cool. So you head to the east of the shore, and as you approach the portal down through the cavern, you see that like it gets quite low. Like you'd have to like crouch, especially for you, Miley. You'd be fine. It's probably but say maybe like 5 feet of clearance between it. And as you start to move through, you start to notice a bunch of things on the ground, which are rat skeletons that seem to be just kind of like gathered on the shoreline here specifically, and they are kind of like there's some sort of like floating around the water as they come out into the lagoon.
Okay, so I think this is a bad way to go.
Yeah, that makes
let's try the
sense. All right,
stones.
we'll go back to the stones.
Is the rope idea? Yeah, can we check the compass real quick? Is it
It kind of points down there and then does like a little spin. And
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
I wonder if that's perhaps because there's stuff on the ceiling as well. If it's trying to indicate danger, how would a compass indicate up?
They didn't say anything.
It's not a 3D
about-
compass. A sphere with a now there's an idea.
We should put that to the
Yeah,
admin,
that's one for Kit for sure.
Yeah.
Can I, with my lantern and like, can I see past the rat skeletons at all?
kind of probably bends around. Like it's not exactly straight, but like it travels on for about 20 or 30 feet at least in this kind of passageway, this water passageway.
Filled with rat skeletons.
Yeah. I mean, like there's just kind of like a slow trickle into the lagoon, and occasionally like stuff comes down, and so you gather that rat skeletons have come from this direction.
I'm gonna say we try our luck with the stones.
I don't
think
like
I'd-
any of the options, but
I think I'd like
like
to take a
that-
crack at it since
I like this one the least, so yeah, let's give that a
hopping
go.
and flipping seems to be my deal out of all of us, and
Yeah.
You want to go first then?
that's what I was going to suggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go first. It's okay. It just
I think I'm probably more agile.
You got this.
Yeah,
Guidance.
thank you. So just +1?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hopping, skipping, jumping.
I'm holding the other end of the rope.
Into the first stone.
Onto the first
Onto
stone.
the first stone. Yeah, give me a athletics check.
Yeah, that's a 20.
Yeah, cool. Yep, you make it safely to the first one,
Okay, stone number 2.
Happens.
and you're holding a rope.
I'm just like I'm trying to.
You're just holding it. Yeah.
Have you maybe tied it to?
Yes, I feel like I've tied it to me, and I'm letting
I've got the other
Beetroot
side.
like let it out enough that I am not impeded when I jump, but also
It's not.
trying not to let it touch the water.
Yeah. Cool. Jump to the next one.
Yeah.
Are we making this overly complicated? Yes,
fine.
because we are stressed.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Cool.
Holding this rope
So,
real tight.
Boom and bust.
You have much less space to run up on this stone, and so you take a couple of steps and then leap, and you land on the other one, and then you just slip a little bit and scrabble and just flounder, and then you just splash
Fully into the water.
Pull, 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 pull.
Beetroot starts, so you just feel immediately like dragged.
I don't get a chance not to fall in.
Reflex save?
I mean, you failed the check. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
This feet would be like a ledge, but you know.
Oh, grab a ledge. Yeah, I mean,
It's
They-
too shallow for
it's-
that. It's a
yeah,
stone
not full.
at water height.
yeah.
I get
You're
you.
still splashing.
Okay, so here's what I say. You can try and grab a ledge to stay on the rock, but you will still splash in the water. Does that make
I
sense?
think
So you can,
that potentially would be good because it will give me a chance to get up and leap rather than get dragged, which would be slower.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm
so-
only going to start dragging you if I see you falling actually straight into the water.
19. 19? 19.
I think cool. Yeah, so you manage to like stop yourself from fully
Like
going
but
into
my
the water.
legs all splash in and
Yeah,
everything.
you still slip, but you grab onto the rock and you can
Okay,
get yourself
I'm
back
gonna
up.
stand back up and just be like,
Cool. And as you do, you start to hear, and swarming down from the ceiling, you see a horde of bats, just tiny little flying black bats, as they start to spiral down, and they hear the noise, and they seem to like almost form like this vortex that kind of like starts to spiral
so
down.
I'm gonna
towards
see
you.
that and just try and leap like back towards the others.
Can I cast ghost sounds to make splashing in a different place?
Yep.
Yes, do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over on the lake somewhere, or wherever you're casting
Yep.
it.
About 30 feet away.
Yep, cool. You see the swarm that was sort of like coming down does shift direction and like go towards where you cast your ghost sound, but you also have a small group pull off and start to head in your direction as well. But they're not going to where
I was going to say, hearing the sound and seeing them pull off, I'm just going to stand still.
Do you want to make a nature check
Sure.
to try and recognize? I'm choosing you because you're the only one who probably can do it.
Yep.
Nice.
22.
22, cool. You know that this is a vampire bat swarm, and they have echolocation, which is precise. They're kind of like loosely targeting you, and then like once they sort of have one, they're going to come down, and you probably have maybe like 10 seconds before they get to you. So what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna cast color spray, I guess, and get as many of them as possible.
How small are they?
Tiny. They're like, but there's like a.
It's a swarm mechanic
Yeah.
thing.
So
I
as soon
imagine.
as they're within, as many as possible within 15 feet,
It's not really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast color spray.
Okay. Will save, I think.
I assume so. We'll save.
They got 18.
That succeeds my spell DC. On a success, they still get dazzled for 1 round.
Oh, that's right. Dazzled.
I have Razzle Dazzle, which increases that to 2 rounds.
So as they are barreling towards you, you cast this color spray. They don't seem phased.
They're blind.
Completely
They're
blind?
echolocation.
I thought they would be somewhat.
So
Not blind.
specifically, the condition of dazzled is that your eyes are overstimulated. If vision is your only precise sense, all objects and creatures and objects are concealed from you. However, they do have echolocation, which is a precise sense. So your color spray, you're like, haha, and it fills the cabin with this radiant rainbow light, but they just keep like charging through it towards you.
Well, I'm useless.
You don't have fireworks of some kind?
All right, and let's roll initiative.
Yeah, I
am.
am. Indeed. All right, let's go. Let's go.
So yeah, the bats come down, and within a second, you guys on the shoreline are completely inundated with a swirling storm of little nips and bites and buffets of these wings.
Good thing that the potion you took has an anti-disease effect.
That's a good point.
So,
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
well, you're very lucky. You're only taking 1 piercing damage, and you get to reflex save it.
That's an unnatural 20.
I got 20 as well.
Okay, cool. So I think you still take 1 point of damage. You halved a 1, so.
Yeah.
Kellen, you're up.
yeah, I'm gonna keep going across the. My plan is to get across and then make distraction to allow the others to get across as well to try and get to this door.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm gonna spend my 3 actions progressing across the rest of the stones.
I've probably dropped the rope.
That's what I was going to say.
As
Is I
a
don't
big
think.
spool.
Sorry. Yes. So I think that dragging that through the water is going to be a problem. So I think I'm going to spend an action to untie that and drop it,
Yep.
and then spend 2 actions to leap across the remaining
Yeah,
stones.
so then you do a long jump after that. So give me a athletics check to do a long jump, which is 2 actions.
That's a 20.
Easy.
All right.
me
So I'm on
something.
stone number 3 for everyone's tracking, and
Yep.
I'm fine and upright.
Beetroot and Pit. So yeah, Pit pulls out a club, starts swinging
He's very
it around.
stressed. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have
Pulls
time
out
to-
the club and starts like swinging around wildly, and you can hear like little bats go as he just like sweeps through them. Your
Yeah.
turn.
So I'm sheathing my sword because it's just a sword, and I'm gonna grab my shield and I'm gonna go whack.
Womp. Cool. So make
Or
a
probably more like whack.
yeah. So make a check at your simple weapons is probably at a +8 now.
+6?
Which means it'd be +6. Yeah.
Third natural 20.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's a natural 20.
What
again.
is the vibes?
Yeah.
The vibes.
Once again, should have saved some for the rest of us.
I'm
but
so
I'm happy for
sorry.
you. I'm happy for you. I'm just sad for myself,
Yeah.
which is a selfish thing. But you know,
Oh my gosh.
well done.
I'll say your attack is a D6 for the shield plus your strength modifier.
Plus my strength modifier.
Yep.
Nice. It's a 6.
6 total. Cool. And then double that to make that 12. Cool. Yeah. So you thump through them, and you hear this like as the shield cleaves through the bats, and a bunch of them kind of like scatter along the ground as you do. It still seems to be like somewhat ineffective, but because you got a crit, you managed to overcome that quite well. So you did a decent amount of damage to it. Yeah. So Pitt's still just kind of like swinging with his club for the checks, and I think he's also going to start to move to the water as well with his last action. Yeah. Which then brings us to Milo.
Milo is gonna pull out Conrad's alchemist fire.
Ooh.
And
It's almost like I give you things to use.
Don't act like you planned that far ahead.
Yeah, no, it was going to be to use against the amoeba swarm that you were meant to fight.
Yeah, I can't natural 20 catch a jar full of vampire bats, I don't think.
yeah, no, I'll just hurl it at them.
So at the ones that are attacking you guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing it in a way that hopefully doesn't affect me. So if I have to move, like to do that first, I'll
So
do that.
that you will always have a little bit of splash on beetroot in this circumstance.
It's okay, I can take it.
All right, yeah, I'll do it.
Yep. So
That's
you
why they
leap
call
out of the
it
way and
soak.
throw your alchemist fire.
Yep. All right, +2, so that's at least 21.
Yeah, I don't think you have a bonus to thrown weapons.
Yep.
All right, if that hits,
And they were lesser.
yep,
Were they?
I
Yeah.
can fire lesser, so that's
1d8 fire damage.
Cool.
Nice.
That is 2, and 1 persistent fire damage, and 1 fire splash damage.
Yeah, cool. So, you see that the fire splashes and it catches like a large number of the bats as it explodes, which is to say that they are weak to area damage and splash damage. So they're going to take 5 damage from the initial blast of the hit,
Nice.
and then they take 1 splash damage as well, which is also going to increase to 4 splash damage because they have a weakness to that as well.
So they take the damage and the splash damage.
Yeah.
And a persistent fire damage.
Yeah. So they take a big blast from the hit there.
Nice.
And then do I get a glob of it on me?
And then you will take 1 fire damage. Yeah.
I can't reflex away from that. It's 1 damage.
No, unfortunately. And then persistent
hey,
fire
some
damage.
of us have had a much rougher day than 1 splash damage.
Gonna keep going to the rocks.
Just gonna move towards the
Okay,
rocks
so
with your
Pitt's
last action.
gone to the
Oh,
rocks.
to the water's edge?
Yeah.
Gone to the rocks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, great. And then, so you're out of it, so it's just you that's in the swarm now. So that main swarm is going to, can you do a reflex save for me, please?
No, I certainly will try.
Actually, you're going to need to make 3 successive saves. So, what's the first one? You'll take 1 point of damage from the scratches.
That's another unnatural 20.
2 points of damage? Yeah, 2 points of damage.
Ah,
That's 20 again.
did you
That's
roll
an-
3 13s in a row?
I did.
That's your lucky
Suspicious.
number.
Which is weird.
Yeah, 13 is my lucky number.
What have you done today?
You're going to take 3 points from that.
Please list the exact process you went through since you woke up this morning, so that I can find something I can replicate, because I need
just-
that kind of luck in my life.
I just feel like I should have got a lotto ticket or something.
Done something, yeah.
We do not endorse gambling.
Let's,
Just with our lives.
We do, however, endorse superstition
It was-
around the numbers that come up on the dice that we roll.
It was a 3 damage.
3 damage, yeah.
Cool.
And then the bat swarm on the water, it kind of like starts swirling around like where you create the ghost sound, but then the ghost sound dissipates, so they then start to like disperse
love
out
that.
again.
But they're not like
not
the
coming
rest of us
towards-
haven't
They're not
created
directly,
enough of a ruckus.
they're not technically coming towards you yet, but they're no longer interested in that sound. Kellen, you're up next.
Well, is it safe?
So you have a stone in front of you which has safe painted on it.
Can I see anything
Would
else?
you like to do a
Yeah, I
perception
would,
check?
well, I mean, it's 2 actions to long jump, so I can't jump 2 rocks at a time
So-
anyway, so I'm going to just have a look now.
yeah, so you can spend an action to seek and look around, so give me a perception check.
Yep. That is a 25.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's safe.
You see that there is a rock that is just below the water's surface that's kind of like 10 feet to the like, or like a little bit further to the left of that one.
Which looks like it will...
It's wide enough that you can land on it.
yes, it's going to make a splash,
It will splash. Yeah.
but it... I'm gonna jump towards that rock. I think.
And with your high perception, you see that the stone that has safe paint on it is kind of just like an inflated sack with like a chain that runs down to the floor of the lagoon.
They?
I know speak is a free action. Is waving is pointing a free action?
Yeah, you can gesture. You can gesture.
Okay. So
I mean, we'll
I'm,
see you jump into the water.
I'm just
and hear
gonna
the splash.
okay. First, I'm gonna do the jump.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 15, so that's enough.
Yep, you'll make it. Yep.
So I jump over onto the other one and I go. Just to see if I just
Yeah.
I should Pit and Milo probably both
I'm
see
not
that.
going to beat you out of the
Yeah.
for this. I think.
No, I know. I just wanted to
Yeah,
make
you
sure.
will see it. You will see
Yeah, cool.
it.
All right, and that's my turn.
Yeah,
But
cool.
I'm there.
Great. Beetroot.
But yes, there is a small splash.
Let's go for it.
Yep. You jumping?
Yep.
Cool. Athletics. Pit's going to jump with you.
Oh wait, what? Is there enough room for two of us on
Yeah,
this
it's
rock?
10 foot across.
Okay.
They're
There
big.
ain't
They're
enough
big
room
stones.
in this rock for
Yeah.
both of us.
Yep.
They're more like protrusions.
So yeah, you can go
pillars.
first. Yeah.
Okay, athletics. No, it's worse. 12.
That's not
12,
a
that's
That is
fine.
enough.
You have to beat 10 because it's only 10 feet away.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just making my way through a swarm of bats that were partially
Yeah.
on fire.
Oh,
So.
I should take a quick jump.
Yeah.
Gianni's been playing this wrong, but we also have been playing this wrong because we don't know the rules. We trust Gianni. to
Yeah,
know the
I made a
rules for
mistake.
us.
Hang on.
Just make things up as we go along.
It's
That's
10.
RPGs,
It's
right?
10 plus
Rule
the
of cool.
distance you're trying to jump. Not 10.
Nope, you can clear a 10-foot gap without needing to make a check.
Oh.
So let's say they're slightly over 10 feet
Yeah.
each.
They were 11
The
feet.
intention was that you would have to long
It's a
jump between
DC
them.
10 athletics check.
Yeah.
Whatever the appropriate distance
I mean,
Yes.
there's
is.
slime on them, so it's slightly harder to land.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
feel free to say whatever you want.
I apologize to the slime when I
Yeah.
land.
Anyway, sorry. So
Slime mold.
you jump across, and Pit makes it across.
Didn't know this was a maze.
The two of you are on the rock together. Milo, it's your turn.
I'll run and jump over the first one.
It's
which
a
is
party on the rock.
20, 25?
For all the Gen
20.
Zs in the audience, Party Rock was a song that came out by a band called LMFAO in the early 2010s.
Just an athletics check, Luke.
Cool. This is bad.
I made myself feel sad.
12.
12, you're fine. You make it
We're
onto the rock.
just old.
Cool. So the three of you, land on the platform. And then you do have another action. If
Pull out
yeah.
another alchemist fire because I'm pretty sure I have.
Just have it at the ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
Great. And then the swarm starts to follow you along the rocks and swirls around you as you're jumping across. So can you please make me one reflex save, the two of you, as you get berated.
Okay, it's not a 13 again, but we're getting a 18. So.
18.
8. Reflex. That is a 14.
Cool. You're going to take 3 points of damage. You're going to take 5 points of damage. And Luke, can you also you'll also be dazzled for 1 round, which means that everything is concealed to you. Which means that in order to land on the next rock, you're going to have to make a flat check to
Is this-
spot it.
You get dazzled from vampire bites? Or is it just from the swarm?
So
being
this specific creature is a panicked bat swarm, which means that they are flying around hectically, which means they flap in your eyes and.
Do you
everything.
make a noise that indicates that I need to pick you up as we next jump?
Leap.
And that's one action. So make one more save for me, please.
Okay.
Both of us?
Yeah.
That's now a 17.
I got a 10.
17. So you take 3 points of damage. You take 6 points of damage. Luke?
Ow.
As a
can
reference,
you be more than, but could you be dazzled more than?
No.
as a reference, I'm now on 3 health
I am
What?
also on 3 health.
What happened to you?
because I took 15 damage from the
Oh, right.
at the beginning. Yes, and now I've just been having this whittled away.
Unshakable beetroot.
Yep.
I have forgotten that you have HP. Genuinely. You've just been so tanky this whole thing.
So yeah.
We should deal with that swarm.
Yep. Which is Kellen, your turn, conveniently.
Yep, one last rock in front of me. That's 15.
15. Yep. Easy.
Is there anything like is there like stones on the rocks, or are they just smooth and flat? Like I just want to.
Oh, there might be some loose bits that you can pick up.
I suppose I can't really pick one up and throw it with one action, but I'm gonna grab a big old stone to throw as a distraction next turn.
Yep. Okay.
I don't have anything else I can really do right now.
Yep. That sounds good. You could also I don't want to metagame you, but you could also just make a noise yourself if you wanted to.
Yes, but I'm concerned that that's just going to attract more of the other bats, not the swarm that I'm trying to attract.
Yep. No. All good. Yep. Fair enough. Cool. Beetroot, you're up next with Pit.
Weapon.
I mean, really the difference is, am I going to fall unconscious on the first rock or on the second rock?
Well, the thing is, you have the ability to attack them this turn, and if you can kill the small swarm that you have now, you might be fine.
If we want to speak metagamingly, it seems to have about...
how many have been knocked out of the sky?
If on a scale of 1 to 6, there's probably only 1 left.
It looks like we've thinned the herd out quite a bit, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Deal with the last of those suckers. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's been a long...
It's been a long day.
We've had a long day emotionally.
Anyway,
Alright.
Yes.
I get on the shield and fucking whack with the last of my strength. I'ma try to give him a big ol' whack again. So that's another +6. That's a 10. I'm tired.
Negative, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You're just desperately flailing.
do you want to jump or do you want to swing again?
It's gonna attack some.
Is that only one action?
That's one action.
Yeah.
But then I'll have a penalty to the second action.
Yeah, but
So-
you haven't used the last of your 2 actions yet. What are you going to do?
I know, I've got
Yeah.
overall.
It's been
I'm just tired.
jump or swing.
It's -5 to the second attack, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probability of me getting this is not high.
But also, jumping, they'll just move after you.
I know.
Persistent
So-
fire damage? by
I
the
have
way?
been taking it.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. I'm
It's
just,
just 1, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a swing. I'm a swing again.
I love the idea of a swarm of bats having persistent fire damage. Like, they all just look a little
Yeah, they're all
smoldery.
singed.
They're all
Yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
They're leaving little smoke trails behind them.
What are you doing, sir?
You're attacking again.
You're attacking? Yeah. No luck, I'm afraid.
Nope.
Well, you've only got one more action.
Pit hits
and
a
you
couple.
You can't jump, so
Pit
you
hits a
will get
couple.
one more in.
I'm gonna try again. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Give me some vibes. Come on. That's even worse than before. I used up all my vibes.
Pit leaps across to the next stone.
Yep.
You're on second stone?
You're both on second stone.
We're both on first stone.
I'm on first stone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, so
Pit's
Pit's
on
on second.
second.
You're on
Yeah.
first. Yeah, sorry.
Who's on first?
And who's gonna hit the home run?
What was it? Dazzled?
So you have to succeed at a flat check, a DC 5 flat check, in order to even see the stone.
Okay. I'm gonna alchemist fire
straight.
this the swarm.
Yep.
Do it.
So you just throw it on the rock.
Yep. Ah!
So as they're flitting around, you just like around you,
Yep.
roll your damage.
That is 8.
Good, please
That's
be good.
14 plus something,
6.
4 or something, 4, 6. Something.
Yeah. 6
Yeah,
plus
that's
1
fine.
resistant.
Yeah, you
fire.
yeah. That DC is 16, so that's fine.
6 damage plus. Is it just 6?
1. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Because they've already taken
and with
persistent.
the weaknesses, they all shrivel up, and you see that like as the flame clears, they are all ashed and kind of like and the ones that survive kind of like shriek and fly away and skitter
I'm gonna. If we're out, are we out of initiative order?
out of initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna take my
just
last
very
jump over to
tired.
the landing.
Yeah.
If you want me to do that.
Yeah.
Which is just enough to succeed,
Mm-hmm.
10. And then I'm going to like wave you all over, and I'm just going to pick up a bunch of rocks and have them ready to chuck somewhere else to distract the bats if I
Yeah,
need
so
be.
yeah, I won't flog the dead horse here. I think just like with time, you're able to sort of carefully jump over and
Yeah.
make sure.
Go into that little bit on the fourth one instead of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, jump
The big old
to the left.
I'll leave a little stone that sticks out of the
Floaty
water so
balloon.
you just see it.
Yeah, yeah. And you manage to make it to the shore on the other side, and you hear like
Just-
shriekier more bats.
Just
above
covered
you.
in blood
Yeah.
because it's just lots of
Eyebrows.
shallow,
Cuts.
shallow
Yeah.
cuts all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just, Careful, you okay in there, bud?
Little droplet of blood like lands on him. Just like,
I'm sorry, it's okay. We're nearly there. Hopefully.
all right, up to the.
And you climb up the cliff, and you see the opening of a dark passageway before you.
All right.
Get my lantern out.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I guess we have no choice.
Okay, let's keep going.
You're looking a little unsteady on your feet there.
I'm looking anemic.
Yeah.
I have a lot of blood loss at the moment.
I'm the
just
same.
So you head through the passageway, and the next space you enter into is actually lit because the
Oh hell yeah!
sky above you is there's like a crack in the ceiling, and it's way up high, like way
Too high to climb out. Yeah, obviously.
but it's casting sort of like sunbeams down into this space,
Hear a
and
dragon overhead.
yeah, there are no creatures in this space, and there's plants growing on the walls. There's kind of just like vines with some like I'd say they're more like kind of fungi tendrils kind of crawling up with some fruiting bodies here and there. They don't look aggressive. Don't worry, they're not angry fruiting bodies.
Look, we've had a lot to
yeah.
deal with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Way out.
It's peaceful is the word I want to use. Like it's kind of like
feels serene.
Yeah, there's kind of it feels a little bit like less hectic. So as you come into here, there's sort of like soft detritus on the ground that's kind of like making it a little bit less hard than the.
It's covered in like a mossy like dirt.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And there's a door on the far side, which looks to be like a carved door, like it's built, it's constructed. But the weirdest thing about this room is there is what looks to be kind of like a seesaw in the middle of the room. Is the easiest way I can describe it. There's kind of like a long, well-constructed kind of platform, arm with like two platforms at the end of either arm.
Seesaw or scales?
Either.
Okay.
Same thing. And it looks to be very like compared to like the other things that have been rigged up so far, this looks to be very much more accomplished in its design.
More sophisticated.
Yeah. And there is also some red paint on the wall that says 4 scales, and it has an arrow pointing down to what looks to be a bunch of like boulders. However, you can see that they are all like rigged up to wires and like pressure plates, like a ridiculously obvious amount of shenanigans. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The doorway, I assume, is closed then.
I've got a little floating pearl.
You do, and it's just slowly recovering health for you.
It's healing me 1 point every amount of time.
It's every minute. I think you get a hit point back. So, I mean, you can all stop. Like, there's nothing pushing you forward.
This is lovely.
Yeah.
Can we just take a moment?
We go over and sit down by the sun ray in the moss and just take 15 minutes to wait for our tank's tick healing to come back up.
Yeah. So you can wait for half an hour if you want and get that health
I
back.
mean,
You just lie down.
And you see like all of the little bites are just like healing up.
While that's happening, I'm gonna look around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the door, there doesn't seem to be anything else that's kind of like hidden here. The only thing I'd say is like you get a sense that the door is in some way the same design as the
I just want to look to see if there's like a spot where it like slides up, like it looks like it's on a mechanism.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of like set back a little bit. So there's kind of like the wall, and then it's like set inside the wall. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go over it.
Stone door.
It's stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the seesaw and just kind of like push on it a little, see if it moves.
Yep. It doesn't move when you just nudge it a little bit.
Okay. Is it even or is it to one side?
No, it's on one side currently.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the high end and start to put some weight on it to see if I can work out when it starts to move.
Yep. So yeah, you start to pull on it, and as it approaches even, the door kind of like gets to like it opens sort of like 5 feet. So yeah, most of it.
And then I'm gonna keep going and see if it closes again.
And then as it tips down on the other side, you hear a from a hole in the wall. A like lance comes out to exactly where the seat is, and it like that, and then it retracts.
It's just like in front of my face.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
And then I again take some weight off it. Does it move or does it stay locked?
It'll stay locked where you are.
Okay, so I can get up. And the door is now open.
No.
No, it closed again?
It closed as it sort of passed center.
Right. Okay. All right, I'm going to move it back up to level and just see if I can
Yep, as you move it to level, the door opens.
Okay, and then if I start to let go of it, does it start to tip one way or the other?
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
Let's get some rocks on it, I guess.
They look like
Milo,
they've
are there
got a
any
bunch
rocks
of
that aren't
things over
obviously
there.
on, like, silly-looking pressure plates?
Were there any rocks from the...
Actually, yeah, sorry. While you're...
that
Do you
room.
want to chill for 15 minutes?
I'm
I
tired.
come back and my, shirt is, filled with rocks
Yeah.
from the cave at the lake's edge. And I come back and I'm like, oh, you feeling better?
Yeah.
Okay,
a little
good.
bit better.
And then I go start putting them on the thing.
Yeah. Spending time balancing it. So
Yeah, I'm just
scales
having fun. Like, Kellen's just really getting into it, trying to make those little, rock towers on one side to make it look real pretty.
Yeah. So,
Having fun with it.
you managed to
sitting
keep
there
the
being like, "Good work."
scale steady. Yeah.
Same.
I've had a day. This is therapeutic.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's Pip doing?
One of them falls over and Kellen just freezes up for a moment, but then just relaxes and just starts stacking it again.
He seems pretty cut up from all the bats as well. He says, do any of you know how to any medicine skills or anything?
I can try to help you. And I've got some bandages from my pack and I'm going to attempt to
Tree wounds.
with a 6. I'm tired.
Did you treat wounds with it?
I'm doing some sort of a medicine check,
No,
treat
okay.
wound.
You treat wounds with a medicine kit, right?
You'd need a medicine kit.
No, just
So-
bandages. I'm
So
just trying to wrap
so what you can do is
some
first
bandages
aid, which is basically to stop any kind of bleeding or anything.
Okay.
So mostly aesthetic, I think, but yeah, he seems to take comfort in some of it. Yeah.
Either way, you need to have healer's tools.
First aid requires healer's tools.
Both of them do, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
administer first aid and treat
Anyway,
wounds.
you do some very rudimentary
Bandages.
bandaging, but yeah, it doesn't do a lot. Okay, and then you spend a bit of time to just sort of recover, get your breath.
I'm gonna go peek. Does it look like it opens out into outside, or does it go back into tunnel darkness again?
So it's a passageway.
Oh, okay.
And
All
have you
right.
been able to get enough rocks?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Balanced? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very precariously
Okay.
We should probably just go if you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have we been here? 15 minutes?
I mean,
Look, 15 minutes is good.
We'll
for me
wait
to-
15 minutes. Yeah, let's go.
just a chance to catch your breath.
Alright, onwards.
Back into the
Let's go.
darkness.
Yep.
Great. So
Do you want to take point again
Yep. I'm gonna.
with your lantern and your shield?
Yep. And I'm gonna go under the 5-foot thing.
Crouch down.
Yeah. And these tunnels are sort of quite cramped and small, but there's no crabs in them, which is a plus.
I love that.
Not having crabs is a good time.
There we go. Quote of the episode.
Recording. All good?
So then I said intimidation check. Why not an extimidation check?
Or out-timidation
Wait, what is it?
check?
So you can intimidate. Can you extimidate? I think you can in Europe.
Why isn't anyone just intimidated?
Whamp.
Good work, us.
Oh, hi there. What am I doing in this chair? Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the episode. Special thanks to Z3DT for the name Kelled Sparden. If you want to be able to suggest a cool fantasy name that we might use in this show, please consider checking out our Patreon where there's a bunch of other cool stuff. But yeah, if you like what we do, go see what we got there. See you next time. Thank you.